Welcome back to a weekday update. Jose Cuervo, the world's top-selling tequila brand, recently stated that the additive-free movement is, quote, damaging to tequila. When asked why, they responded, because we use additives.
The Australian government is shooting koalas out of trees from helicopters, saying it's for their own good. The government released a statement calling the program a success and thanking the American police for the training.
Eagles running back Saquon Barkley was seen hanging out with President Trump over the weekend. Who knew in 2025 being good on the field would still get you in the house?
This is attempted delivery.
Dick and cheese.
Welcome back, Stamp Tramps, to Attempted Delivery. We have a very special guest, as you heard up top, our one of our new field correspondents.
Field correspondent?
Fuck, I didn't even...
Yo, god damn.
I did not... I didn't actually intend that at all. I'm too stupid to realize that joke before it happened. To be fair, Jesse James Martin was our first field correspondent. So. Sorry. One of our newest correspondents. Welcome to the pod, Maalik Stark.
The best way to start this episode.
Sorry.
That was great. That was amazing.
I wish I was smart enough to have thought of that beforehand, but I did not. It just...
No, it's we forgot Sean. Yes, Sean. That's awesome.
Welcome back to the pod.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really glad to be here. I'm glad I've earned my way back.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back to the house.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, sometimes the best jokes aren't written; they just like happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's a great episode.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, nothing's gonna be funnier than that.
I'm still laughing that you wear Coors. You have a Coors hat on. You brew like better beer than they've ever dreamed of.
Oh yeah. But,
It's funny.
whereas that might be true. I have never brewed hundreds of barrels of beer at
That's
once.
fair. Yeah.
So, as far as quantity, I think they may have it.
Yeah, for sure. I think I read somewhere that Pennsylvania's top beer is Coors. I think Coors Light specifically.
Really?
It's like, yeah, it's surprising. I thought it would be like Miller or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miller or Miller High Life specifically.
Like that,
I know
yeah.
that's what every brewer claims to drink all the time. I don't.
Oh, really? I like High Life.
Do you actually like Coors, or you just kind of wear it for fun? Like
I mean, I'll
the irony?
shotgun it. It's really easy to chug. So,
Right.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
pretty
people
much
give me grief from White Claws, like, "Oh, you're weak." It's like, well, this is 8%, and like they'll say it holding like a
Bud Light, yeah.
like a 4% water, and I was like, okay, like
Yeah, that is.
I'll look like a bitch, but I want it to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
I feel like hard seltzers are harder to make, also. So I mean, there you go. You have a little prestigious, kind of look at it.
Damn right,
It's got to be cheap vodka, right?
probably.
That's my first thing that popped in my head.
It's probably like vodka product, like like Kraft is a cheese product,
Or
like,
like how Jose Cuervo is an agave spirit.
Okay.
I'm not attacking you.
No,
I just know
you
I did
are
give you shit.
attacking me, or aren't.
I'm not attacking
Okay.
you.
Well,
I just
it
know
still
once-
feels like it.
Just that one time you were drinking Jose Cuervo Gold and I was giving you shit for it.
Well, now I drink Jose Silver, and I just say that it's Casamigos. But it's all the same.
And I say $5 a drink.
So a lot of booze talk right up front. Maalik is a brewmaster. How long have you been brewing now?
I think it was a year after, like the Monday after St. Patty's Day.
Nice,
Oh, shit,
nice.
nice.
So,
Yeah, I think when you were on the pod the first time, you were like going for like the training and stuff, right?
yeah,
Like,
I was.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's fun. If you want to like test your self control, work with alcohol every day.
Do you get tired of it?
Of alcohol?
Yeah.
No, I'm an adult.
And you work with 0 Day Brewing, where you also put on some shows. Even though, like front and center, we have another brand's
That's true.
beer. Like,
But that's always on the podcast.
product placement.
We did a swap.
Right. And yeah, so you've been doing like shows and stuff there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Has it? It's been a while since you did one there.
Yeah, I haven't done one there since February. But the next one's up. Like that's coming up May 27th.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm really glad that for some reason people still want to be a part of it and do it.
It's
Hell yeah.
honestly, it's like a really cool spot. Like you run a good show. Like you usually have good people. Like it's always like a lot of people there. So I mean, I think it's a lot of people's like favorite place like to come do comedy, even if it's just the mic after the show.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know.
Yeah, and people stick around at least for the most part for the mic and stuff too. It's a really sick show.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun like hanging out with like all the comics, especially like on a Tuesday where
Right.
you can't find a place that like not you can't find a place, but like there's no matter what Tuesday mic it is, unless you're like going out towards Philly, like you can't hang out with like the local people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then you get to you work there and also live like near there, so it's like perfect for you.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes for me to get there. So
Oh, it's still 15 minutes. I thought you lived. Do you live in Harrisburg?
I don't
Technically.
technically I live in
Yeah.
Harrisburg, but I live a lot closer to right in between downtown Harrisburg and Hershey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's also good too because like with it being a brewery and restaurant, there's like just like a lot of people there, but a lot of different people. So like I feel like each time like being there like at a show or a mic, it just seems like it always feels good when you're not playing to the same people every time. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's like not even really a mic at that point. It's basically a show. It's like a small show after a bigger show.
I agree. Like I agree with both of you with that. Like it's usually not the same people. Like obviously, like I think the first one happened close to 2 years ago at this point, but I think that the people that come in are just like not necessarily comedy fans.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of like first time people coming in and kind of being like, I've never seen comedy live other than like huge names or something like that.
Right.
So whereas like you could do a mic on like a Monday or a Sunday or something like that. And we're like, well, I know the comics are going to laugh at my dick joke, but like Marge from HR, like this big company, like if I can make her laugh, all right, I know it can work. So
She's got off work from the Capitol.
yeah, which is walking distance to that place. Like some people just get off work and come straight there a lot of times. So that's hilarious.
Yeah, that is sick. What do you think it's what do you think it's crazy to work for? How many brewers work for like Coors and stuff?
Like probably like 40.
Seriously, That's
if not
crazy. I never
more.
even like really thought about it.
Yeah, like a lot of big places, they have like 3 shifts.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, where I work, we
round the
have
clock brewer.
yeah, like round the clock brewing, because like whenever people pick up beer and stuff like that, it's not like it's only these hours. It's whenever we need stuff, we're coming. Whereas where I work, there's only 1 shift, and that starts whenever I get to work. So, yeah, no, it's fun. I still I like it equally as much as I like doing stand up.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I'm very much more respected in comedy than brewing, but yeah, no, it's still fun.
Yeah, and I keep telling people I fucking think you don't believe me. I think you think I'm just gassing you up about that raspberry porter you made. Or was it stout?
No, it was a
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was a porter. It was fucking so good.
Yeah.
Like one of the best porters I've ever had.
Definitely don't believe you.
Well, make it again, and I'm gonna buy all of it.
I dare you.
So as brewer, like, are you how much input do you get with like the creation of like flavors and stuff, or do they just like say like, here, make this, or do you get to like say like, I have this idea for this beer? Like, how does that work?
It really depends. So, like, most of the brands, like the certain styles and like names of beers that we already have, like that has already been like pretty much tried and true. The only thing you can do is like kind of like tighten up a process. Okay. But like anything new that's coming out, I definitely had some brand of input on that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So
you get some kind of creative input.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Which has been to my downfall. That like a lot of beer like has like something called like a SRM, and that's to show
the stuff they put in the vaccines? Or?
No, that's something else. And I don't want to talk about that too much.
Fair enough.
No, it's like what color the beer is supposed to be, and that messes me up every single time.
Because you're like, all right, I'm gonna go for this color, and then it just doesn't.
Oh yeah, if I can tell. Like I struggle with colors.
I forgot.
Which beat you to it, because I'm sure that
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
Yeah, he was. I know for a fact.
Well, yeah, what we it was after the Louis show. He was like, he had a picture of something. I don't know if did we talk about it. I mean, I don't care. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this gun, and it was like this. It was supposed to be green or whatever, right? Or it was supposed to be like.
Well, it looked orange to me, so I don't know. You tell me.
You were supposed to be it's supposed to be orange, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna buy this orange gun," and it was like a lime green gun. Like,
are you colorblind?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because like greens and reds, I think, are weird. Like I had a friend who.
Did you make fun of him every time you saw him?
Not every time, but there was one night we were at some thing, and I don't remember if it was like some bingo type of game where you had to like check something off. Okay. And he lost his goddamn mind because it was like red. He was like, "Bullshit, that is fucking green." Like he was losing his mind because I think he was like,
"You're going crazy."
Right. It was like one spot off, like winning like $50 or like something like that. He just lost his goddamn mind.
Gambling, that's a problem. I bring it up every time. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wouldn't even have thought.
I don't believe it. Like, that's the thing.
So you literally don't see color.
Which explains so much.
Yeah, it was just so funny. He was like, I'm gonna buy this orange gun. Like, I thought it was just a joke, honestly. If Drew didn't mention it, I don't think I would have ever gotten it, like realized that you just thought that. I thought you were just joking.
No.
Is it just those two? Or like those?
Yeah, those two. Red messes me up sometimes. Brown. For sure.
What would brown like look like?
Green, I guess. I don't.
That's so cool. That's so interesting.
Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed that hard. But I don't even need to make a joke. You're already laughing. Like. Anyway,
you just keep bringing it back to race, huh?
Sorry.
Yeah, my last 4 girlfriends were green.
I was just thinking of your joke. I can tell you don't fuck black with green bitches by your teeth. It'd be funny if you messed up like talking about. Yeah, but that's the one thing that's weird about it. So, does colorblind, is it always the same, or?
I thought you were gonna be like, does it apply to race?
Does it apply to race? No, just the. I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know. I think you were gonna ask like. Well, are all people colorblind the same way? Like, or does it affect people the same way? Or like,
no, I was gonna ask: do you develop colorblindness because like, wouldn't you have learned the color wrong anyway? Like, because there's like that high thought. I don't know if anybody else has ever had it, but you're like, so do we all see the same colors, or do we all learn that this is red, and that's, but you're seeing, you could be seeing blue. But like you learned it as red, so it's all red to all. We're all correct, but we don't see it the same. We don't know. We can't read each other's minds. So it's like, how do we know we're not seeing this differently? But the entire world would just be switched, and you would have learned it differently. so nobody's wrong. So that's why it's like weird. Like, how do you even know? Does not everything?
I think that to tag on to like your high thought part. I think everybody identifies like colors a certain way.
Yeah.
And then I maybe never actually learned them.
Uh-huh.
So like identifying them correctly, or at least like with like the masses in theory, might just be wrong, and I see everything the same way.
Huh.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's weird. Yeah, who knows?
Which makes me color illiterate. But like I'm gonna go colorblind.
Well, yeah, because then you wouldn't think that anybody would ever notice that they're colorblind. Like, how do you even notice? Because then when you always see red as brown or whatever the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, until you say, hey, I'm going to buy this orange gun, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but like it could still be, you know what I mean? It's like it's still orange to me and green to, or and orange to him. So what difference would that make? But it is funny. I didn't even think about it until afterwards. Drew was like, yeah, why would they make an orange gun? You mean the color of it they make guns that are fake? Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would have never put that together.
No, me neither. I was like, oh, yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, don't ever get an orange gun.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should take it back.
Or then nobody will know you take it back. Or then nobody would think you have a real gun. So maybe that's a way to get out of trouble.
Oh, not for me.
If you don't. No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck regardless.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Unless the police are colorblind and they think you're red and not green.
Hopefully that'll work in my favor.
I don't think. I was gonna say I don't think they treated red very well in history either.
Fair enough.
I don't think any color. I think only one color gets treated well, and that's white.
Fair enough.
That's the lack thereof color.
I did want to like touch on the thing, the headline that I brought up, because it's an actual thing.
How's it for their own good?
Australia is shooting koalas out of trees from helicopters because they're so elusive. I don't know why would they need to do that. They literally are just like hanging from like just hugging trees. Like, let's see.
It's for their own good. They hate their lives. They're all suicidal.
They're endangered. In the last 2 decades, their population size in some areas has dropped by half. It may seem odd then that the government is shooting them out of trees from helicopters in a national park. But they shot and killed several hundred koalas earlier this month. Let's see. The government says it's for the benefit of the koalas, but ultimately the deaths of these animals points to much bigger problems, including climate change, which forces agencies that manage wildlife to make incredibly difficult choices.
Choices.
Like maybe relocating them or using that same amount of resources to just shoot them from helicopters. Like, how much does it cost to fly a helicopter? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, at least thousands.
So in March, a massive bushfire burned more than 5,400 acres in the park, injuring some of the koalas and destroying a large amount of eucalyptus leaves, their food. So they were injured and like starving, so let's just shoot them. I probably could have made a better joke about the homeless population. Government says the controversial program is intended to end the koala's suffering from burns and starvation. But some koala advocates say there's more to the story.
They wouldn't they?
They're not only
likely story.
They're not only starving because of the fire, but because of logging and development. Let's see.
It's for their own good. Yeah, that seems terrible. They're so cute.
It seems like of all places, like Australia would be able to like
sustain as many koalas as physically possible,
or create some kind of like what do you call that? Sanctuary, like rescue type place. Like I feel like anywhere in the world, if some animal's endangered, you could probably send it to Australia. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know.
I have heard that koalas are the dumbest animals
Really?
on earth.
I think I remember hearing that as well.
Yeah, like the whatever it is that they eat, like naturally.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah,
Yep.
that if you like pull the leaves off of that and give it to a koala, they won't eat it because they don't understand that came from the
same
tree
thing.
that like they usually eat, and that like they
That's
have like
amazing.
yeah, and that they've like evolved that like there's more fluid around their brain from falling out of trees
CTE.
so that they don't die. So I mean, with all that said,
you're making a case for sniping them out.
Yeah,
of
who are
trees
you?
and helicopters.
Is that what you're here
mass
for?
murder of koalas. Oh man.
You know, it's kind of like the homeless.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly.
That's really funny that they're not. You think they'd smell the eucalyptus? I have heard that they're dumb,
Yeah, if they're just falling out of.
but that's weird. I mean, I understand. Yeah, I understand. How do they fall? It's like the one thing they're supposed to do.
I've heard that they just fall asleep.
Oh,
Like,
don't they get
trying to
high
get
from the
food.
eucalyptus? Doesn't eucalyptus make them high? So they're stoners.
Yeah, everything makes sense if that's true.
I think they just eat it. I don't know if it makes them.
I thought it did. I thought I heard that it made them high, or like relaxed. Maybe it was. I could be mixing words.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, very dumb.
Those sound like synonyms.
Yeah.
Did you fall out of a tree recently?
No, I'm just dumb. I was born like this. It's fetal alcohol syndrome. No, yeah, it's weird because you'd think that wouldn't be the move, but that seems. How many koalas are there that it's even like easy to shoot out of? Like, because I get like the wild.
They're
pigs.
endangered, but not endangered enough that it's okay to pluck them out of trees with helicopters. I don't know.
That is a wild thought that there's someone who's really good at shooting that's going, I have to shoot you out of this tree because you're going to die if you don't get out of this tree. Sounds counterproductive.
Indeed. It's like,
Yeah,
this,
it does.
this is what all my training was for. So I understand that you may have brought us a gift of some sort,
Yes.
or an experiment of some sort.
Well, it's both for sure.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I listened to a lot of the episodes.
Alrighty. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Big fan. I'm a big fan. I love you guys a whole lot. And I heard you say some things about Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
Mostly it was the abomination that is the Chicago hot dog.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about the Chicago hot dog?
So I'll agree that is not my favorite thing from Chicago. I think that there are a lot of things above the Chicago hot dog on that list.
Sure.
Number one is deep dish pizza.
Alrighty.
I did not bring that.
God damn it.
No, the Chicago hot dog is a little weird. I don't really like the idea of a whole pickle spear.
Right. Like something
On
that's
a
the
hot
same
dog?
size as the hot dog.
Yeah, that
Right.
seems like dual hot dogs on one bun.
Yeah.
and I
Right,
don't like
With
that at all.
tomatoes and all this other bullshit. Like
Yeah,
it seems
sports peppers.
it seems like a whole bunch of bullshit. On
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Right. Yeah, to be clear, I have nothing against Chicago. I've only been there once, and it was with a band. We played a show, stayed at somebody really nice's like apartment, and then left the next day. So I didn't really get to experience it, but it was a cool vibe, cool people. I dug it. I was like, I want to come back to this place.
Yeah.
So I have nothing against Chicago. We also have a very lovely fan, Melissa, who makes really awesome cakes in Chicago. Like, yeah, we actually like
She makes Chicago cakes. She puts lettuce, tomato, pickle spear,
exactly.
It's a deep dish.
a deep dish cake.
deep dish cake.
I don't even understand how that would
The
work.
icing's on the bottom. Where's the
Nice.
icing? It's on the bottom.
So yeah, nothing against Chicago. It's just specifically the Chicago dog. So.
Okay.
The bean's sick. I got to see the bean once.
You got the bean?
Yeah.
Or got to see the bean? Not
I got
you
the bean.
You got the bean? Yeah, I went there once. But what I brought for you, I'm sure you will not appreciate this.
Okay. So
It
a
is.
Chicago hot dog flavored bottle of booze.
No, it is Malort.
I don't even know what that
Malort?
is.
Sounds like Medea. Alert.
Looks
Malert.
looks vintage. I do say it's a
looks cool.
It's a Chicago, USA. Ernie.
Is it German, or they just do umlauts like the way Motley Crue does umlauts?
It seems like they do them the same way as Maalik Stark. Because if I'm not mistaken, everyone from Chicago who isn't black is Polish. So I don't know how that fits.
That's German-ish. That does.
That's German-ish.
Yeah.
German adjacent.
Yeah. It's kind of like Pennsylvania hat. There's a lot of Polacks around here.
No, I don't know if they're how supportive or how pro or con they are with the Germans. You know,
Are they not? Oh, yeah, true.
with the
I
Polish.
forgot about that. Yeah.
They may not be big fans. Some of them, I don't know.
Nah. Let bygones be bygones.
Let bygones be bygones.
So it's a liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
Just describe it. Like, what is it like? Could you compare it to something else? Is it like
I think it's technically a digestive,
okay,
like Jaeger and Rumpelmans, if I'm not mistaken.
What does that mean, digestive?
It's something that you have a small amount of after dinner
Oh,
to
okay.
like help things like,
Oh, shit.
go through.
I didn't know Jaeger
I don't
could be
think-
used for that.
I don't think Jaeger has ever been used for that. I
Yeah,
think Jaeger.
if I'm drinking Jaeger,
I
it's
think you
because
drink
don't
large
wanna
amounts and black out. Is what I think.
eat. Yep.
Black licorice, black out.
I would
Sorry,
never
I-
want to get drunk off of Malort ever.
I actually just bought, Lori bought a bottle of Jaeger for me because I want to try it next time I'm like getting sick. Because it's supposed to be that's like what they made it for, was cough syrup. Like allegedly that's what it was.
Anytime I drank it, I got sick.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah. It was like German cough syrup. That's like what they made it for. And like, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those, like a hot toddy or whatever you drink. And I didn't have it the last time I got sick, like a few weeks back. And I was like, oh, I should go get a bottle. But then I was like, 2 days in, I was like, all right, well, it's already too late now. Because how am I going to know if it worked if I'm already getting better? That just sounds like an excuse to drink Jaeger. And then I got sicker, so I'm like, shit, that was the time. I should have I fucking definitely could have.
Have you ever had a Jim Morrison?
No.
What
It
is
is
that? What is
Jaeger and root beer.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, weird.
It is fantastic.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
I do not like Jaeger at all. It is.
Yeah.
I could see that working.
It
though.
is
I could see
so
that
good
working.
together.
Wait, isn't that... There might have been... Yeah, it might have been something else. There's a drink like that in How I Met Your Mother. There's like a character that has a drink at some point. This is real far in the weeds, but she made a drink out of root. But I might be wrong about what the liquor was. But that sounds good though, Jim Morrison. Is that his drink or is that just a coincidence?
I
I
don't think
you just
Jaeger
mix
was
stuff
around in his. I mean, I don't know how long Jaeger's been around.
I think
but-
Jaeger's been around for like literally ever.
Oh, really?
I think so, but in Germany probably. Probably not here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I think like I said, I've heard that it was originally cough syrup, and they just started drinking it to get drunk. Well, I think Germans just love beer, so they probably don't even fuck with Jaeger
Right on.
the way Americans do.
Give us an idea, I guess, flavor wise, what to expect.
It's kind of floral,
Okay.
Okay.
sweet.
Okay.
Have you ever had liquor 43?
No.
Is it anything like that? Oh well, you just said no.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like it, like the same color.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. And it's a sweet liqueur. Usually, it's used in a lot of mixtures, like to mix drinks, but it tastes pretty good straight.
Okay.
So this is not like that.
No, that's not like that at all.
Is this? I've actually like never really heard of it. Is it typically? Oh, you already said that it's a like you just do a small amount. I was gonna say, is it used to make specific cocktails or it's usually just like a little
done-
after dinner drink? Is what you're saying?
Well, I think that's what it was made for. But
Okay.
like in Chicago, I think it's more so like just a shot or something called a Chicago handshake,
Okay.
which is a shot of that and
Shot to the face.
Well, yeah, you're like the third person to make that reference. It was like, you get that.
That was
in
pretty
High
low
Point.
hanging
Yeah,
fruit. So.
It's that, and then you just like take a big swig of a lager or something like that, which is typically like another Chicago beer.
I wonder if this was
old
developed
style.
to fucking drown out the taste of the hot dog after you eat it.
Well, have you had the hot dog?
No.
you already
I
don't like
refuse.
it. So I would love. I can't wait to see your.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sip it. I'm not gonna throw back a whole shot. I've always had trouble just like taking shots.
Okay.
I have a really bad gag reflex. Sean can tell you.
No, he told me. He told me all about
yeah,
it.
I'm really small. It's amazing that
I came here with a lot more plans, and he told me, "Don't even try."
Oh, I wouldn't try on you.
He wears a CPAP. He can't handle your big ass.
Not to bring it back to Ray's, but all right, so
What does race have to do with his huge dick? I don't understand.
his huge green dick. All right, let's. You want to try this before I say anything else? Reese?
Say anything. I feel like there's a person we can blame for all of this.
Thanks, Obama.
All right. I also brought shot glasses that you all can keep because I stole them.
Well, this is.
See, I'm not even gonna make a joke there.
You said they weren't nice. This is nice. This is like a. Oh, this one might not be. Arizona. I have like a box of. My sister gave me a box of shot glasses from like she works in a hotel, like an extended stay hotel, and one of like the tenants or whatever you want to call it, they like left. I guess they left all their shit there. They might have went to jail or something. I kind of forget.
shit.
But they had a box full of tons of shot glasses, like souvenir shot glasses. So I have like 150 shot glasses at my house. Most of them are stupid.
Wait, sister?
Yeah.
Did I know
Half
that?
sister. Yeah. Yeah. It's my brother that you know his sister, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have met her probably, but
Okay. At first, I thought you were talking about someone else, and then I was like, no, because. Okay.
yeah.
Anyway,
I see
sorry.
what you're saying.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
confused. Sorry.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, how do we?
I'll let Sean pour it because I'm sure he has steadier hands than me.
So are we supposed to take a shot? I mean, he's not gonna, but are we supposed?
I'm gonna sip it
I'll take one
because if I do a shot, I might spew it on you guys. So I'm not trying to do that.
So you
I'll
could
duck.
never.
I'll
I didn't
duck.
know that. So you could never really take shots.
It depends on what it is, but like when I would try, I couldn't just like
Oh, that's so
do
annoying.
it. It would like get caught and I would like spew.
That's
it out.
also
So, like,
annoying because you like if I can't take a shot, it's because I don't like the shot or something. Especially when I was like younger. But for you, you're like, dude, I swear I'm not a pussy.
right. I can drink whiskey straight.
Yeah.
Just sipping. It's the act of like just throwing it back and swallowing. I just
it's usually the
I'm more of a
exact
spitter.
opposite.
I'm more of a spitter.
Where almost anything can go right down my throat.
Yeah.
Clip it.
I might hate it, but I'm like, it'll go down there.
So we'll do shot. Should we open one of these and chase it with this? Because those are not lagers.
I'm gonna just chance it. I don't want-
Well, you've had
I
it
have
before,
enough in here.
so I
Yeah,
guess it doesn't
right.
actually matter. Carl Jepsen's.
Is this the first on air tape? No, we did some sake when you got.
Yeah, and I
got me
shot
those
it.
little-
I didn't know. I took a shot of it, and he's like, "You're supposed to just sip that." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm trash."
It's half a pint. Just like right down.
Fucking, just fucking
The entire bottle.
swirl it. It doesn't. Does it have a smell?
Oh,
Sorry,
COVID's back.
I have COVID.
Apparently, my brother might be like the exact opposite of me. Like he back in his like partying heyday, would bong Jack. Like like a beer
Jesus
bong.
Christ.
He would bong Jack. So like he didn't have to have the gag reflex problem.
I did the boot once.
Really?
Like
Oh,
Das
yeah?
Boot.
Right.
Went down easy. And then I like walked like maybe 5 steps and all of it came right back up. And I was like, I'm fine, but I don't know what just happened here.
Because of the carbonation or whatever.
Yeah,
Probably
like,
that's why.
it,
I never thought
it
about
got
that.
to me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I used to shotgun beers, but I don't.
I never
I
really
can't do it cold. It's too cold. Like it has to be a warm beer, or Yeah, or a warm beer. And the trick with shotgunning beers is you just make sure the hole's as big as physically possible.
But like warm beers, like once you like puncture the can and open it, like that's more like it's more foam.
That's true.
Like colder.
That's true, but the cold,
way
it's
less.
too. I get like brain freeze and fucking my throat. You know what I mean? Because it's so cold, ice cold. It's like like harder to do. You know what I mean? It's just like sucks.
Just get a scarf. Just like like an ascot.
Fucking Fred from fucking Scooby Doo.
Like, oh god, Sean's wearing an ascot. He's shotgunning tonight.
Alrighty.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So if you're watching, you know what's going on. If you're smelling, Sean, or if you're smelling, if you're listening, Sean just poured us each Malort.
Do you want? I can open a new beer if you want to taste. I'm gonna have another one anyway. If you want to taste the beer afterwards, you know what I mean?
No, I
Do the
shouldn't. 'Cause I'm
hand-
getting over that thing. I'm not trying to give you the plague. So
I guess.
nah, just
You
I'll
want?
risk it with my White Claw.
All right.
um,
Hell yeah.
let me smell it first.
I can't really get a smell off of it.
Yeah, it's not a crazy smell. Not a crazy smell.
All right.
All right.
Salud.
Cheers, fellas. That has some weird things going on.
Yeah.
It like changes as you're like at first it's like
It's like changing from like orange to green.
Ooh.
Or
Ooh. It starts off kind of pleasant. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. It's almost like whiskey-ish.
tastes like rosemary. I got rosemary in my mouth right now. It tastes herby. It's really
Tastes
herby.
very dry.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's just degressing, and you really had a sip.
Yeah, because it starts out like that first initial like is kind of pleasant. It's kind of like a little bit like whiskey-ish, and then it starts getting floral, like you were saying, and then it starts getting herby, and then it starts getting dirty. Like,
Yeah. Hell yeah. Why? So they like that in Chicago?
I'm
they
not
like
sure.
they like the fucking Chicago hot dogs. That is the perfect aperitif to
Yeah, that's the word I was
to
looking
the
for. Yep.
to the hot to the hot dog is like
You can't even talk.
it. I imagine that's how the hot dog tastes. Like you take that first initial bite and you're like, that's interesting. Oh, and now I'm tasting tomato, and now I'm tasting
Sports pepper.
This is kind of crazy. It's I don't understand what what purpose this serves.
Yeah, me neither.
So where did you hear about this?
Chicago.
So in Chicago.
Yeah, I went there. Well, my dad still lives out there and stuff, and that's where my mom grew up. I went there and probably around this time last year.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, well, I've heard of Malort before. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. And I ended up taking a shot of that with a candied cicada in the shot glass.
That's the first time a cicada sounds like welcome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? Give me a fucking buck.
And somehow it made the shot
Give me a
little
bug
bit
that's
more.
been underground for 17 years. I gotta wash the taste of this liquor out of my mouth.
That kind of fucking fermented bug. That actually kind of sounds like if you were gonna eat bugs. It's like this is the best, dude. This is a cicada. It's a 14-year cicada.
It's a 14 year.
This is like an aged
It's
bottle.
caramel.
Part of me wants to take another sip, and then part of me wants to kick you out of my house. I don't know what to do here.
Well, here's the thing. I was anticipating both. So,
It's so strange. Because usually things that like you don't like, instantly you take a sip and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like over.
Like this,
It's not leaving.
I was fully prepared after that, like that first initial like hit. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. And then it was just like went down. This is a drink for my set the other night. 'Cause it started out, oh, this might be all right, and then quickly unraveled. Yeah, the smell is not crazy.
see, I couldn't do that.
Sip it.
No.
Yeah. That's like you're kind of not. You're like prolonging that.
Yeah, I didn't do myself any favors.
Yeah.
No, yeah, not a fan. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
No, I appreciate you bringing it.
That was the intention.
That was, I was fully prepared for that. It's just strange how it changes. Like the flavor, to get the full flavor, it's like a good 30 seconds. It's so strange how it changes. Like,
yeah, I'm not. I don't keep that for fun.
Right.
You keep it for this.
Yeah, for
I guess
this.
it's gonna be fun to watch you guys hate this.
This is like that the novelty thing of jelly beans that you get at Christmas that has dirty sock flavor mixed with good flavors. So you just get some random one that's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't plan on taking that with me. So, yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah,
Well, I do have some rust on some furniture out back. I can fucking maybe use it to get off.
Some corroded, some your
can
car
pour it
battery.
You can pour it around your house, and it'll just keep bugs away forever. Not that you have bugs, but just in general, like we don't want to go there.
Yeah, this shit'll stop termites from going in your house.
Whew.
Oh, that's.
It does have a little bit of that. The flavor has a little bit of that, when you spray Raid, that acrid chemical kind of smell. It has that kind of flavor.
I'm sure that's what they went for. They were like, you know how you feel whenever you spray for roaches and water bugs. Let's put that in the bottle.
Yeah.
There's something there. It's reminds me of something.
Yeah.
And I'm
but I
trying
can't
to
place
figure out what it is. Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
So this episode brought to you by Malort.
Yeah, we could probably you all could probably get a sponsor for this at this point.
My lord. I just keep thinking of Moderna. I keep thinking of Medea. It sounds like Heller. Hey, my lord.
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Worst guy on earth. I hate that dude.
Really?
I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay, I can't wait.
So
unless you
I remember
disagree.
one night at Phantom Power. Fucking, let's get you another shot before that. No, one night at Phantom Power, we were talking. It was you. It was. I think it was me, you, and Rashid were standing there talking, and you guys were. I think you both said you don't like Tyler Perry, and I was like, it was so fucking mad. This is where I gotta make this is where Andrew Brooks is my hero with his I'm not gonna talk to somebody I don't want to talk to, and just the
that's why he never returns my message.
Yeah, no, that is. Yeah, we talked about it.
Fair enough.
No, just the self-confidence to just be I'm not doing this. This whole being just overly nice to strangers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is this situation because I was listening to you and him talk about it, and I was genuinely interested in the conversation, and this fucking drunk guy, I'm not gonna say his name, hopefully he's dead somewhere. I'm just kidding.
The Malort has got to.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I was thinking about this all day. No,
Was it another comic or just a rando in the place?
I would never talk about another comic like that. I have more respect for a comic. Even if they're bad, I would never talk about that. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I have a base level of respect for somebody who's going to open mics to actually do comedy, as opposed to some drunk that just shows up and heckles the you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
And he was he fucking wouldn't stop talking to me, and I eventually I didn't even get I don't even know how it all wrapped up or whatever, but I'm I was so mad because I'm dude, I want to this is an interesting conversation that they're having, and I'm genuinely curious because you guys were saying that you don't well, I think you said you don't like what he does for the black community.
Yeah, that sounds like.
And I was
a take
genuine,
that I
because
would
from my
surely
perspective,
say on a Monday.
Yeah. Well, because I don't know one way or the other, because obviously, but I was I didn't think that he did anything. I thought he was kind of supportive of other black actors and stuff like that. So I didn't know exactly what you meant, and I couldn't listen to you talk about it because this fucking idiot was talking to my ear off.
Oh, that's
and
the
it
worst.
was
That's the worst.
he was so brash. In his delivery of nonsense to your face that he just wouldn't stop, and I couldn't even hear what they were saying.
That
I'm
is the worst.
I guess I'm just.
That's the worst.
I think I just walked away and coaxed him because I'm well, at least I'll let them have a nice conversation, and I'll just take the fucking bullet from this guy in the next room or whatever. But yeah, So I was like genuinely curious because I've never heard that take before.
Really?
Yeah. Like from this sounds wrong to say an outside perspective, but like to be fair, like we're not necessarily
from an orange perspective.
right. We're not necessarily Tyler Perry's demographic
from a light green perspective.
right. It seems that like he is supportive of it. So like, yeah.
So, okay. There's a lot of backstory. Right.
Sure.
So like Tyler Perry's singing, and I hope that I'm not like 15 years on the road when that's the only gig I can do is like being mailman number 5 in a Tyler Perry play. But like I think like his startup is what made people pay attention to him. Like he wanted to write screenplays and he slept in his car and that whole thing. And like that's fine.
Yeah.
But he like went out of his way to hire people who he and like society like deemed to be like unattractive and not deserving a lead role, not based on talent, but how they looked.
Okay. So the reverse of like fucking
Of
Keanu
what, like-
Reeves or whatever.
Yeah. Like he was essentially
Like Brad Pitt, like reverse Brad Pitt.
Yeah, like if you're going out saying that like Hollywood doesn't think that you're attractive and you don't deserve to be the star, I agree with them, but I'm going to give you a chance and I'm a good person now.
Okay.
And I think that's a little bit foul. Like I don't necessarily agree with that. Like and
it's like that. A friend of mine made a really good point. Like when that movie Shallow Hal came out, it's like, oh, how great is that guy? Like even though she looks like terrible and like they made her out to be ugly, like what a courageous and noble person he is for still loving that girl or giving is it that kind of vibe where
it's almost like you're doing
did they
too
not
much.
watch the end of the movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember. And I don't even know if I'm actually quoting
I didn't
him
see
right.
the movie.
I'm just it's that kind of vibe where it's like it's condescension disguised as nobility.
Okay. So is that I didn't even know that. I got you. I didn't even know that like about him. Cause I don't know. I thought is it just like how he started or whatever? Cause I'm thinking of like
Because
Tyler Perry movies and I'm like, there's some attractive people in those movies.
Well, he was doing plays at first.
Oh, okay.
Like he was like not going on tour. Like I know nothing about like musicals or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much how it started. Was like he would go and like book a theater, and that's what he did. Like almost all of his movies were plays originally.
Oh shit. Okay. That tracks. I can see that. Yeah. It's still a little impressive. You know what I mean?
Whose side are you on? No, I'm just joking. No, I think that is
Medina's?
impressive. I think that it is impressive that like obviously like working yourself up from like the bottom, like obviously like chasing a dream.
Yeah, it's always impressive.
It's like that is really, really good, especially if you like stick with it, because I would have quit way before I had to sleep in my car.
Right.
But I think like going out and like not necessarily like using talented people and being like Hollywood doesn't like you. I agree, like that kind of thing.
Right.
And being like, but you're still talented. But like that thing that they need to make it, and you just, I don't know. It seems like it's being exploited a little bit.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
fair.
got you.
And also like especially whenever
Oh, you can keep talking.
whenever the movie started coming out, like around like 2010
It's essential.
or 2009 or something like that. He didn't like market it towards the people who were watching his plays and were like selling out theaters.
Okay.
Like it was more so marketed to like people who had never seen them, which is like, I think good business wise.
Yeah.
But that like opened the door for things that he kind of took seriously in like black culture.
Yeah.
And like exploited them so that they could reach more people.
Okay.
Like I went to a predominantly like white church, and I had like people like talking about like those movies and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, are you quoting something or do you know what I'm experiencing?
I got you. I
see what you're saying.
Like it gave people a chance to like safely consume quote unquote black culture.
Yes.
But it wasn't really presenting it in true form. It was presented in a way that was palatable for them.
Yep.
Does that make?
Yeah. Would it be like that's the acceptable black culture as opposed to like
Like true black,
like the whole like Kendrick Lamar thing.
Yes,
exactly
almost exactly like that.
Literally the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, no, stop doing that shit. No, do the nice.
This is what we accepted already.
Yeah, this is like you do the nice. Don't make them uncomfortable. Don't do the ghetto shit. Do like the nice, comfortable, like love songs. And,
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That is. Yeah, I just never even. I guess because I obviously didn't think about it. But I always thought the movies were like nice, and I never really. I think I watched a couple of the Medea movies, and they were funny. But like,
watch the plays; they're a little different. Honestly, don't watch any of them. Like they're all horrible. But like,
yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a couple movies I've seen that were good. Like they were like inspirational, like movies, just a story or whatever about fucking. And just thinking about it, like okay, I can see how that work in a play about like. I'm trying to think the one movie. I can't think of any of the names of them, but I'm trying to think of there was like a movie about. I'm drawing a blank. There's no way I'm going to get to it, so I'm not going to waste dead air trying to. You know what I mean? But
I always think it's weird too when not to. Sorry.
No, please take us.
No. I always think it's weird too how. I mean, sure, it's one thing to be like proud of your work, but to just like. Put your name on everything. It's like, don't forget about me. It's kind of like when you see a work van going by and it's like John Hugh Public, blah, 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 blah. And then like tiny in the corner, you see like plumbing. It's like you see, how are you supposed to know like what that is? Like let the work speak for itself.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? They'll know your name. Does that make sense?
I completely agree with
Tyler Perry made fucking Paw Patrol. that's a little different. That's
or
a
he was in it, right?
That's probably what it's. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what it's.
Played.
every animal.
The Rottweiler.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pit bull. Oh man, that's
keep going back to racism.
we were talking about Tyler Perry. It's easy.
No, I guess the one thing I would say, the one thing that I always like thought was like a good, not a good thing, but like something that I noticed about his movies is that they didn't like, they almost like just, how am I supposed to try to say this? Like they would make it kind of like black culture would just be culture. It wouldn't be like they weren't super. I don't know what do you know what I'm trying to say? Anybody know what I'm trying to get to? Like it wasn't like.
Not practical, not real. Like I know how I feel about it.
No, I know.
Like,
I'm trying to say the perspective that I kind of like.
It's one thing to think that like. I think where you're going is.
It was showing like that. There's no like it's like this all can any black culture can still be just. Culture or whatever. Right. It doesn't have to be specific black culture.
But it's like a two-sided coin. Is that then ignoring black culture?
Yeah, that's
like I think they're trying to be noble by saying, "Oh, well, it can be all of our culture."
Well, I don't know shit about the ugly girls he's talking about. I don't know. I didn't know that.
I think what you're getting at is that like the idea would be, "Oh, let's like make these movies or something," and it's just like not whitewashing black culture, but like saying like trying to be altruistic and saying accept it. It's black culture is all of our culture, but is that then denying some of their actual like real experience?
Yeah.
Am I making a sense?
Yeah.
Is that what you were trying to get at?
I think that is what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
I think that like a lot of it was more so like shifting focus to from things that are like very like as much as they're stereotypical are like real things, but like putting it onto this different part that isn't more prominent. Like not everyone's grandmother is a crazy person with a gun,
right?
Like shooting like at the police and fighting cops.
Yeah, I did forget about all that.
Yeah, like
that's shit that I didn't pick up on.
It is like a little bit ridiculous, but like people know that.
I
But
see
they
what
don't
you're
know the
saying. Yeah, I see
other
what you're
parts
saying.
of the movie that
They don't know
are-
the nuances. They just know the fucking crazy grandma shooting at the cops, which is not a thing that would ever happen.
No, in no culture, almost.
Yeah.
So I think that like
Right.
from like a business or like production sense, I guess I can understand what was the point of that, but I don't know if you realize that like you're not helping the outlook of this
Sure,
thing,
yeah.
Right.
by highlighting that part.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of it reminds me of like the Chappelle thing where it's like some people aren't laughing at the right,
Yeah,
like they're laughing at the wrong, they're laughing for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
At some of these sketches or whatever.
That's why I was asking you about that joke the other night. I was like, does that land how I want it to land, or like is it landing like, especially in a room full of white people in bumfuck Pennsylvania?
but like
Like-
I don't know if I had said this whenever you asked me about it, but I think like the reason that joke that you had said was funny is if you think about it and understand like that part of it, not just
Right. The intention is talking about that, but it's. I was worried that it
Yeah, I think
people would laugh at it for the wrong
that's
reason.
sort of, I guess, like the risk. I mean, it is what you can't really. It's hard to you can't like not do a joke because like some people are just assholes.
Right. True.
But I do know what you mean. You write a joke, it's like fuck it. I don't think you guys get why this is funny.
Right. Because then are other people who might find it funny going to be scared to laugh at it because they don't want to laugh for the same reason those people
yeah.
are. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny to take that gross ass shot and then have this.
this deep conversation about Tyler.
maybe Malort isn't that bad. Maybe this is what society needs to bring us all together.
Yeah, I think that's because I thought about that. I thought about that quite a few times after that happened, and I'm like, I'm so mad at that motherfucker because I was like, one, it was just annoying, and I
Oh,
was
the
also-
annoying guy at the bar?
Yeah, and I was like, no, Tyler Perry, no,
just wanted to clarify.
no, yeah, that guy, yeah, it was so annoying. I haven't seen him in a while. It's good. Hopefully he stays away. Huh?
T Peasy. You haven't seen Tyler Perry in a while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
T Peasy
that's your guy.
seems like a nice guy.
That idea of like actually representing black culture but not ignoring it, and is one of the reasons I really fucking love The Wire, because it didn't shy away from real things that like you could look at the community and say that's a reason to not like them and that's why they're negative, and that's, you know what I mean, like because of the violence and the drugs and that kind of thing. And like traditionally, especially in the 80s, like it's gotten better over time, but like black people were kind of portrayed as like one-dimensional. You're just like this homeboy drug dealer with no family, no like, and no real like background. Like you're limited to that, and that's all it is. And then like what I loved about The Wire is that it presented real situations like that. It didn't shy away from what happens in inner cities, like in the community, but also it showed them as real people with
literally casting real people.
yeah. Like real, like more real experiences. It didn't sugarcoat it, but it also didn't like it also didn't limit it to just the black experience. Like what I loved about the show is the first season could read as traditional as like inner city black people were just criminals and blah. But then like boom, season 2 comes and then it zooms out. Okay, how are the drugs actually getting in? It's the docks. It's white people bringing them in.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the doc season.
Yeah.
It's white people, and some of the poorer white people had some of the same struggles, but they don't have like race as a factor. And it just really fleshed out. And then also many of like the police and the leaders, especially like being Baltimore, like Baltimore is the perfect example of this, because it's quote unquote a black city. Like, it portrayed them, the police, not as all altruistic and just like the good guys. It was very like not. it's cliche to say like, oh, you don't know who the bad guys and good guys are. Like, no, it showed that everyone was real people. Everyone had some altruistic things about them, even like the worst of them. But then the even the best of them fucked up or made some not good decision. Like I don't know. That's why I really love that show, because it tore away a lot of those stereotypes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Attempted Delivery is brought to you by
Us. We do not have sponsors, but we'd love some.
Indeed. So if you do enjoy the podcast, please like, share, subscribe, so we can grow this thing and quit our jobs.
Let's get back to the show. Welcome back. We are here with more Malort.
So yeah, what were we saying? Oh, I during the break I was like, am I like white splaining black culture to Maalik? Like, I hope what I'm saying like resonates and makes sense.
No, I think that it does.
Okay.
Because I saw The Wire pretty late. Like I probably saw it within the last like 3 years and just binged the entire thing.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, so.
Still haven't?
Yeah.
That's not shocking.
I've been trying since before this podcast to get him to watch it.
Yeah, true.
And I think he's just doing it out of spite.
I was gonna say, are you
A
doing
little
it out of
bit.
spite?
Yeah, which I get.
Wire's-
I do hate people like, you have to watch this,
Yeah.
but you have to watch
Well,
The
I
Wire.
know I'm going to love it, but
Right.
yeah,
It's a commitment to
Right
start a
now,
new show,
I am
so.
working on catching up on the shows that because I want to, like, I love Supernatural,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on, like, season 15 right now. I'm almost finished.
You've
And
been
then-
saying that for about a year or two, so.
Well, I haven't watched it since like a month ago.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, no, you were right. I have been saying that for a year, and I just haven't. I didn't watch an episode that whole time. We finally just recently started watching it to like finish it, and then I don't even know if I'm going to bother with The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Have you seen any of it?
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Then you've seen it all. I feel like.
Yeah, but I want to know. The thing is, I hate spoilers, so it's like I can't. I want to like get through like everything I see about Supernatural on Google. I have to like fucking swipe it away and like not look. Well, yeah, because I don't want to know, and I don't know how the
believe
show
half
ends.
The stuff that I see or read or hear.
That's true. I could. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
whenever I think what movie was it? I think it was Captain America Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I didn't go see that like immediately, like day one.
Yeah.
But like day 10 after it had already came out, people were like coming up to me telling me what happened, and I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna go watch the movie in theaters anyway.
Yeah.
And like it made me very, very, very upset that like they had it wrong. They saw the movie earlier than I did, and everything that they told me happened was so incorrect
That's
that
funny.
it almost ruined Marvel movies for me. That like now I don't care about spoilers. I'm sure whoever is like saying something about it probably is wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Not saying that like fuck Supernatural or Walking Dead, but like don't pay too much attention to spoilers.
Yeah, I just don't want to know when somebody dies or something, you know?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to know that, like, they die. I don't want to see that coming, you know? Excuse me.
I usually like think that like if like a main character or something like that dies, that it's like the moment that I find out that they die, that episode someone just comes in and kills him. It's like season 2. And it's just flashbacks for the next 35 seasons.
Yeah, I was kind of late to The Wire too. Like it had already been on, and when we started watching, I mean, we watched it mid 2000s probably, and mid to late 2000s, and just got the DVDs and like binged it. But then when we got HBO, I watched the whole series like once a year. Just like rewatch it. Basically, you were kind of late to it.
Yeah, I was pretty. I think I take that back. It must have been around COVID, or at least like the tail end of like the lockdown and stuff like that. I watched it every day after work, and like that's all I wanted to do. Like I didn't want to watch anything else. Right. And yeah, like I think that season 1 was for sure like what a lot of shows are doing now, but like for more than one season.
Right.
Yeah,
like I started watching like Power, and I was just like, after like the second season or so, I was just like, oh, this is just The Wire season 1 but like 2 seasons
Yeah.
of it. Like I thought it was going to be a little bit more.
Well, let's not talk too much shit because we love 50 Cent on this podcast. So
Okay.
let's not. We
I
don't
do
wanna-
like 50 Cent. This is going to be like a
Oh, no.
like an alternate route. I just don't think that there needs to be that many sex scenes in TV shows.
I never even seen. Oh, word.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I like. Do you ever watch True Blood?
No.
Okay, so yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
That's some white. That's some white people shit.
Yeah, it is some white people. I don't think it can get whiter than that.
Is it Twilight the series? Because I've seen Twilight.
It's Twilight with. It's like R-rated Twilight.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
no, I
it's
just don't-
it's X-rated. It's really good, but everybody hates it. So don't take my word for it.
Okay, I won't.
But their whole first season, it's like fucking softcore porn. At
I
least.
just don't want to.
It is
Why?
annoying. Yeah, it is. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
no,
I'll
I
let you go.
I feel you on that. It's like it gets a little. It's like Jesus Christ. I mean, in True Blood, I didn't mind it, but I was also a teenager, so I was pretty hyped every time.
I just feel like you can say that like this person is in love with this person. But like the CGI backshots, that just seems weird. They did it in video games. I just don't want to see that. Like it's just, I don't know. Call me a prude.
The wire sex scenes are funny because it's either the really like kind of more sensual ones are gay, and then all the straight ones are basically McNulty, like fucking some random woman on the hood of a cop car. Like
Yeah.
like so they're either funny or they're gay.
Fair enough.
That tracks.
It serves a purpose.
Nothing wrong with either.
Yeah.
That's just how they are. Like
No, unnecessary sex scenes. It's just like
Yeah, I've
could have
never
told
se-
you
I've
could have
never
told
seen
this
Power,
story
so.
before, like in a better way than like why did you paid all this money for the royalties for the music in the background?
That is funny. Just for a sex scene,
yeah,
it's like
just for a sex. This song would have been great during a shootout.
let's get it on.
That would be pretty
It's just
hilarious.
nothing but DMX.
No, it's not. I was thinking Marvin Gaye.
yeah.
Let's get it on. Fucking guns. Fucking bullets.
That would be pretty
flying. Yeah. And then DMX for the sex scene.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me fucking. They're like kissing and making out. It's like a beautiful sex scene with DMX over top.
Do we want to talk comedy a little bit before we before we wrap up? Any shows recently?
Any shows coming up? Real quick, plug.
Or yeah.
I'm gonna be at Zero Day, the place that I work. May 27th. I'm gonna be out in Port Carbon at
Oh, nice.
Peps. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I knew
the
it was
band
like.
show.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's May 31st, and I mean, it's competition season apparently.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm
Yeah,
a part
apparently.
of, I guess, all the ones that you can be a part of. Harrisburg's hilarious.
Yeah, I signed up for that one. I signed up for the Lehigh Valley one.
Oh, you did Lehigh Valley.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for that one. That one seems a little stacked.
I have no idea, but they also there was like a million dates, and I was like, how many fucking people are on this competition? Like, you said
Yeah.
people from Jersey. People
Apparently,
from,
that one runs pretty long. I think.
Yeah.
Well, you all know Ali Asif.
Yeah.
He did that one last year. And it seemed like it went on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like that, just like watching it or whatever, seeing it on social media or whatever.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue who won it. Because it just
Yeah, I
seems
can't
like
remember
it
either.
went.
Who runs it? Is it Tyler and those dudes? Tyler Rothrock and them?
I have no clue, honestly. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's the Emmaus Theater
Okay.
and Wisecrackers. Like
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That's
is
right.
that a combination?
It's something, yeah. But I think I also saw that Wisecrackers is doing their own.
Oh,
They are.
damn.
And I'm
I
a part of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about either because I haven't done it either. I don't know which one's further away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I just saw the other one first, so I was like, but I can't do too many. I don't even know if I can do the Lehigh Valley one, to be honest with you. But I
Yeah.
just wanted to sign up quick,
Uh-huh.
just to jump on it. As with most competitions, I'm just thinking of it as like stage time, like in front of a bunch of people. Like there's actually going to be some of the bookers there as the judges are doing like half audience vote, half judge vote. So it was like, fuck it, why don't I get up in front of some bookers and, you know, worst case, I'll just have a performance in front of a bunch of people. Best case, I'll get booked. So
Yeah.
I feel like if you do well at anything like a competition, at least
At least they see it.
they see you, and also like the other comics, like especially like in places that you don't go to often, like having a comic see you perform there, and like, you know what, that might be good for this show I have coming up in 4 months or something like that.
Yeah,
or
you're right.
everyone around here is sick of my jokes, so it'd be cool to have some strangers like
Yeah, May 27th, so Tuesday. Damn, we'll be not here.
yes, we're doing a little road trip. 27th, 28th, 29th. So yeah, we'll be out of town.
Damn. Yeah, I'm trying to think. You can't talk about any of the beer you're coming out with, right?
Yeah, I think I can. I mean,
I know you didn't want to tell me the name of the one.
Well, I'm not going to tell you the name of the one at all, because I know you'll get it immediately.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's a System of a Down reference for his next. So that'll be your next, like, your recipe.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the tequila one your recipe?
No, not solely. I can't take all credit for that.
Okay.
But like me and like the other person that like brews pretty much, it was made to be put in tequila barrels. So like most things are just like, we want to make this beer and make it good. And,
Yeah.
But like the entire design behind this specific beer was like, all right, we can make it taste like this, but what if it tastes like tequila also?
I'm
like kind of like reverse doing
I'm
it.
so excited I'm excited for that, because there's no, like, I think I only had one. Did you give me a tequila barrel aged beer before? Or did I just have one somewhere?
I think you might have just had it, because I haven't.
Because
had
I don't see them, and I mean, it's not common. And then also the one you, and then like the other one you're like a big part of too, which I'm excited for, like the System of a Down one or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for it because I legitimately did love that raspberry porter, and nobody does raspberry porters either. It's not like nobody does it. Yeah.
So when does the Malort brew happen? A
Malort barrel.
Malort barrel.
Malorter.
We might have to take a road trip for that, just to go get one, because I don't think that legally they want to ship
That
it.
actually isn't the worst idea, though. That flavor profile in a beer wouldn't be that
But
bad.
like, what kind of beer? Because like,
It would have to be a light beer. I mean, it'd have to be something like.
I was gonna say porter, so you can call it a Malorter.
Malort.
Oh God, I feel like that'd be gross. A porter with herby notes.
I think this is an abomination of mankind. Shouldn't be consumed in any form by anybody. just putting that out there.
I'm noticing a pattern. Last time I heard you say that, you were talking about something else from Chicago.
You just
Thanks,
hate
Obama.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from
What?
Chicago.
Yeah.
I forgot he was from Chicago. That's so funny. Or from where he was the whatever senator or whatever governor. If you believe that, that's the conspiracy that he was never in Chicago.
He was never in Chicago.
No, I believe he was born in America, just not Chicago. He's just never been in Chicago before.
You did a show on Saturday. Well, we both did shows on Saturday, but you were up with Karen and
Karen,
Brooks
Drew, and Andrew.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a really fun time. It was like a small like dive-ish bar in like Harding, Pennsylvania, but it was like it was a killer show. It went really well. Yeah, everybody killed. It was like a really fun time. Yeah, I kind of didn't. Yeah, I don't like have expectations anymore, because it's like you go to a show, it's like, oh, this is gonna fucking suck, and then it's like great. Not that I thought this one would, but I think Drew might have, because he was like, Jesus Christ, these people aren't gonna relate to me at all. And then he killed. I mean, it was fine, but yeah, it was a super fun time. It was with Karen. I think it was Karen's hometown, so like not where she lives now, but where she was like from or whatever. Okay. And yeah, I mean, they sold like 40 tickets.
Nice.
I think before, and then like there might have been more people there, but it was like just a little like dive bar, central Pennsylvania type shit. It's exactly what you would expect in this area. And it was a super fun time.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned the you don't know what to expect from a show.
That's kind of what I was like. I don't think I have much interesting to say about this. I can't wait to hear about your experience.
Well, so I had 2 shows, Friday and Saturday, both with Earl. So Friday was at the Duncannon EMS, and it's funny. I'm sitting there. It was me, Bobby Tambora, and Earl, obviously. And we're just sitting there before the show, and I get a message from Maalik, like, "Hey, Dad, I'm on the way to your show." I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, of all the shows, I'm in like bumfuck Pennsylvania, and you're like, "Yeah, it's like 25 minutes from your house, so like, why not?" So I really appreciate that. That was cool to have a familiar face and a friend come to the show. That was cool.
Yeah, you do be coming to shows like that. You came to that bearded lady one that one time.
Yeah, I mean, I just
like comedy.
I want to make this about me, but
yeah, you should. You're the guest. It's all about you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you trying to Tyler Perry this? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just great. But no, like, I mean, there's a lot of shows, but like everybody can't be a part of every show.
Right. But it is nice to do that. Like I try to especially up the street at Burning Bridge, I try to support that because it's so close that it would be stupid for me not to go. But like I try to get out when I can, but I can barely get out to my own shit. So like, but I was like, it was a very happy surprise, I guess is long story short. They came out and it was, I was skeptical because it was like this little, EMS station. It was a benefit both for the station and like a local community theater. So it being a community theater, there's actually some queer folk there, which I was not expecting. I was expecting just like straight up redneck, and maybe I shouldn't profile like that. It was actually like really a good fun show. Like it wasn't like packed, but I mean there was a decent amount of people there. It wasn't like sold out or like full to the brim, but like and everyone there like had fun. I got a good response. I felt like everything was kind of landing the way I wanted to, and I felt really good about it. And I was like, hell yeah! And I especially after coming off of that set at Limerick, I should have known that I was jinxing myself, and I was like, oh, that was like one of my best sets so far. I was like, I'm gonna eat shit soon. Like that's like
I'm gonna eat shit tomorrow.
Any day now, like this is gonna happen. So,
All right,
like,
so what really happened at the show since you were there?
Well, of course, I got there late.
Did you miss his set?
Yeah, miss the whole thing. No,
he came in during it. I was like,
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, no, I came in during it, and it takes me a while to like settle down, especially like sitting down and being like, all right, I can just have all my focus here. Because usually, if I'm at like any open mic or show, I'm not being still. Like I'll like walk around a bunch until like I can relax. But no, it was a good show
for sure. For sure,
I genuinely think that you did good, not just because I'm on the podcast right now.
Yeah, that show went great. I was happy with it. The next night,
hell yeah,
I had a show in Ashland.
This
it was
is
at
why we do this podcast.
I was at Ashland. It was Ashland Country Club. Apparently, this place had been like vacant for a few years, but it's like a beautiful place. It's like in the side of a mountain. Like driving there, I was like literally driving through mountains. And then I was looking at the directions, and it was like all of a sudden it kind of opens up into this little neighborhood. And then you just kind of like turn the corner, and then like tucked in the side of a mountain is this like kind of nice country club place. Like you could like host a wedding or, kind of nice like things like that. And they do music and that kind of thing. And then they have started to do comedy. So you walk in, it's kind of like a big open lobby area, and then you go through, and there's a bar, and then there's a big seating area that's you can definitely tell it's for like events and that kind of thing, because there's like there wasn't really a stage, but there was like definitely like a central focus area, and then the seating was like around, kind of like Magoobies, where it's not real deep, but it's wide. And then there was like two levels. There was like the level on where you were on quote unquote the stage, the floor, and then there was like one level up of seating, and then the level up was like the bar.
Okay.
So it's kind of set up like
Interesting.
it wasn't very deep of a place, but it was wide.
And then there was like levels, like an amphitheater or whatever you want.
Right. And so I was like super impressed with the place. I was like, this place is awesome. I was like, and
You get there, you're like, it's gonna be fantastic.
yeah, and it was pretty full. It was a lot of people. I don't know how many exactly, but it was pretty full. And so they had the PA set up, and the guy was super nice. The guy who like runs the place and everything, and like he was talking about like comedy. He was just like, I like comedy. He was asking me and Bobby like, how'd you get into it and that kind of thing. And so like, and then the show, like, there's a lot of things I could blame. Ultimately, it is like my responsibility to deal with all the things, but there were a lot of like. Not. I don't want to say a lot because like it was fine. It was my inability to like deal with it. That was kind of the issue. Like, there's no host, but usually like Bobby will kind of like come out and like kind of like get the show started and then bring me up. We had the guy like say like thank for everyone for coming, but he's not a comic. Like he's just like a guy running this country club place.
Yeah.
So like he's talking in the mic and everyone's like, we can't hear you. The PA head was on the floor. So I got down, started turning it up. And then he was just like, Damianopoulos. So like my ass is up in the air and I'm like, oh, okay. So I grabbed and I just like kind of awkward was like, hi. and I do my first joke and it just like kind of doesn't land. And this is where, like, it's like I said, nothing is to blame on anybody else. Like, I have to get better at like dealing with this kind of situation. But like, it didn't land, and then I start to lose confidence. I start to second guess my jokes instead of just like telling them the way. Like, so like it just kind of like my timing was just off. I don't know if you guys have experienced this on stage. Like, there might be jokes that you've done a million times, but like you're not like doing great or getting a response. So you'll like kind of like you can tell your delivery is weak.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys experienced that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
And it's like, so it just like kind of wasn't landing. But then it turned into like one of those weird fucking shows where I would get one joke would get a huge pop.
Yeah.
And then the next one, dead silence.
That's the worst.
And then the next one, huge pop. And then the next one, dead silence. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with this. Like, I'm not a seasoned enough comic to like, and I also.
Yeah, you almost want to, in that situation, it's almost like you want to acknowledge it. Like, hey, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
Like, is there a reason why you hated that joke?
I don't want to steal it, but I think I don't, it might be just like actual special. I don't know, in the beginning where like it was like kind of a tepid response and he's just like, what the fuck is wrong with this crowd?
That is what, that is a joke.
But I don't want to steal that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
I feel like just being like, all right, so this is this topic. This is all the jokes I have about my mom or whatever. Be like, so you just don't like her? Because let me know now. I can keep this going without adding that.
Right. But like I don't want to. I feel like I've made this guest episode about me, which isn't new, but like, I just wanted to talk comedy, like, and hopefully it's relatable to comics. But it was so weird. Like I would almost rather just like completely dead ass bomb than like
In the hope, the false hope.
Yeah, it's like you have
right,
one.
Maybe
pop.
I'm gonna start killing. now.
Okay, cool. And then the next one, okay, I'm defeated again. Like, and I'm not good enough to like riff on that, and also like I do try to balance this with like this isn't my show or my crowd. Earl's crowd expects more interaction. But here's one of the weird things too. Right up front and to the left was this dude just arms crossed, stone faced, just kind of like watching. And instead of watching, like, I had this woman straight ahead who was laughing at everything, and I shouldn't just focus on her and played to her.
Yep.
But I had this guy and a couple other people just kind of like stone faced, like grilling. Bobby said that guy came up to him and was like, "Hey man, that first guy was like really good."
That's so funny.
Hey.
Yeah, that's why.
He was like, "Why didn't you like show it with your face?" Because I thought this guy was hating me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, I did address it and got a laugh. I was like, "Look, I'm not trying to piss anybody off here. Like, I'm not from here, but driving here, it looks like there's a lot of places to hide a body." And like, so that was funny. Like, I thought I was literally making people mad, just like the way they're looking at it. But yeah, the guy was like, "Yeah, he was good." And it's like, well, do you want to maybe laugh at the comedy show?
Did you forget that you were supposed to do something here?
Right. But like, all in all, it wasn't like terrible. It was like, it was a learning experience. I know what I need to work on. Early me would have like really taken it personally and like sulked for 2 weeks. And, but like, it is what it is. It just like, it was personal frustration more than anything else.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything wrong with the show. I was more frustrated with myself for like not being able to handle it well in the moment. So, yeah. And then Bobby came in and like saved it. Oh, that was the worst thing that I did. So we do like the tag thing where like he brings me up like just kind of as the host, but then after my set, I bring him up and then he brings Earl up.
Yeah.
There's no like actual host in between.
Yeah, it doesn't go. You don't go back and forth.
Right. So I didn't actually tell him this. I don't know if he's gonna listen to this, but like, so I was like, from the Davy Mac Sports Program, welcome Bobby Tim, and I just kind of like bleh, like the words kind of fell. Dead ass, my brain was about to say Bobby Tempura.
Tempura.
His name is Bobby Temporo. But for some reason, my brain, I was like,
Tempura.
I probably wanted to go eat my feelings. And I was like thinking about shrimp tempura. So dead ass. I fucking just, and I flubbed his name and was like, blah, blah, blah. And then like, I mean, he's a pro. So he went up and like made fun of the fact that like, he's like, yeah, this is my great moment, Bobby Tempura. But he came in, he killed, he saved the day. And then of course, Earl crushed. So like, I just wanted to relate those few things. Like, I don't know. It's part of the frustration and the growing pains. Like, I'm to the point where I'm not like taking it so personally, but it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it was just like personal frustration. Like nothing wrong with the show or the audience. I mean, some of them may have been dumb, but like, I can't always use that excuse. Like, people tell me that. Like on shows where like it very obviously didn't go well. I was like, these people are dumb and your jokes are smart. It's like, do I want smart jokes or do I want good jokes? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily make me feel better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm proud of the jokes I write, but then if they're not hitting, what good are they? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Enough about me.
I don't. I think I will say I try to. One thing that helps with like the nerves is if like. Not silence isn't always you bombing. Sometimes they're just listening to you and they're waiting for something that will like get them to laugh, or whatever. I had like a few jokes like that didn't really work. Well, they did not work. Like I said, they did not work. But like, I'm like looking at people smiling at me. So that's where like the well lit rooms are nice. Because if a joke is you don't get them, but they're like intently paying attention, it's like, oh word. They're not like miserable. They didn't get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't fucking give it up for that joke. They're still paying attention and enjoying themselves.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't help. At the show in Harding, the fucking waitresses were very loud. Definitely not comedy club waitresses, but they were like so loud, and they were like looking. They would come in and look. I don't even know how they still need. Like they would all ordered food before the show, but they were still delivering food during the show, and it was like very much just like that threw me off a little bit. Fucking just her like cheeseburger. Like okay, please let's not. Like I don't. Can we not do this? Yeah, that was
not the punchline.
No, yeah, that was not what I. Definitely threw me off a little bit. I did kind of start to I did not necessarily lose them, but I wasn't like. Like you said, I could tell I wasn't delivering the jokes quite right for like a little bit. Luckily, it came around back at the end, but it was like maybe like a minute or two where it was like mid.
Right.
And I'm like, ah, fuck. Am I about to bomb the rest of this set because this bitch is looking for a cheeseburger? It's fucking crazy. But no, it was a good show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like what I've seen like YouTube be like way better at than me is like staying in the pocket of the jokes.
Yeah.
Especially whenever there's distractions in the crowd. I know for a fact I'm not that good on my feet. But I'll still like address it just like audibly and be like, why is that person making a lot of noise with their phone? And then just try to like wiggle my way back into like a set. But like I don't have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't do it in the first place.
That's why I ignore
Or I can just power through 100% and be like, nope, I don't hear anybody. I don't hear Blue's Clues or whatever is whatever ringtone is
and
going on.
everybody's hearing it. They're like, why isn't he talking about
Yeah, let's just make it super awkward.
Well,
this bitch just got a letter. What?
Just kind of
Like nobody got to talk about this?
all right. Maybe the next guy will talk about it.
one thing I did notice, like immediately, when I started seeing you at mics and shows and stuff, like as far as like stage presence, like some people I can tell, like if they're nervous. Like you always seem chill and cool.
I think you're about to say you always seem nervous.
No. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. And I think I've said that to you before, and you were like, "No, I actually am." I was like, "It never shows." Like some people, even seasoned people that we see, I can pick up on because I can sense it because I know it so well. But like if it's not going great, or if it's not like, I can tell if they're off or if they're not like comfortable. And one thing that was always impressive was that like you always seem like comfortable.
I mean, I'll take that as a compliment.
For
Obviously,
sure.
like there's no other way to take that other than a compliment.
Sure.
But like I feel very disgenuine because I am so nervous a lot of times, especially like in competitions or if I'm on like a show with like people. I'm like, I know this guy's good. Like he's one of like my favorite people around. So like I don't want to like ruin the show because like I got an opportunity to give my 5 minutes of consistent dick jokes like whatever. But no, like I think that not to like be like weird about like books that I've read, but I've heard like I've read enough books to know that like confidence comes from being comfortable. So like if I'm comfortable in like whatever I'm like saying or what I'm trying to like portray, like I think it comes off more comfortable and confident than it actually is. It's just like no, I'm just gonna focus on this part, and if I can do my jokes well, everyone will think I'm good, and that makes me comfortable. But like no, like
I mean, I think everyone has nervous energy. Some people channel it and use it to like power their set, and then some people use it or don't know how to handle it, and it unravels their set in some country club in the side of a mountain. So I feel like you channel it well. Like even if you have the nervous energy, it doesn't come across as nervous energy.
thanks, man.
Yeah, and not to take away from your jokes either, because the whole like getting pulled over joke is fucking hilarious. It's a great. I mean, many of your jokes are great, but like that one always sticks out to me. Like, I hope he does this one. Like, so like, so yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a bunch.
Thank you for coming on the pod.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for bringing this poison.
Oh yeah, you can keep it.
No, thank you. I don't want it in my house.
Should we keep it in case anybody requests it because they listen?
I'm sending this bottle out to the field. Is what I'm doing. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not
That's
allowed.
a callback.
It's not allowed in the house.
Back in the house.
Hell yeah.
Yes, thank you for coming. My ulterior motive for bringing you here is to make my wife horny. So thank you for that.
What's there? He leaves, you put on blackface and then fuck her? How does that work?
Basically,
Sound him alert.
Basically. So, yeah. Anybody?
Any last words?
No.
All right. What's your Instagram handle where people can find you?
It is The Official Leak. Or just go to 0 Days page, and I'm on there most of the time.
Nice. Yeah, go to 0 Day.
If you're in Harrisburg, go to 0 Day Brewing Company.
Sure.
Fantastic food and beer, especially the beer. Food's fine. No, I'm kidding. The food is really good.
Food's great.
Food's really good.
Go for the food and drink and stay for the comedy.
Hell yeah.
Anybody got anything else?
No, go support your friends. Watch them do comedy.
Hell yeah.
Anybody listening,
Indeed.
don't go just to get on shows.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, be friends. Like, it is cool.
Indeed. See y'all next Thursday.
Take it easy.